Hey, great day to you all. I hope that you've all you woke up this morning anyway. Super grateful to be alive in this experience. And I hope you set that high vibe for yourself this morning. You know, consciously creating your state by telling yourself all of those amazing things that you need to hear. Like what? Well, hey, you're strong, you're smart, you're beautiful. You're capable, you're amazing. You know, you can add in that you're confident, you're compassionate, you're caring. But primarily you're love. And you're going to flow like water over rocks throughout your day. Getting the most out of it and finding your way. You know why I tell you to find your flow? Because feeling love over worry is your flow. Okay? So when I tell you to flow like water over rocks, hey, c'est toi Raymond! Bonne journée! Tu te rappelles pas de moi? Chez Heather? J'étais chez Heather, tu faisais sa salle de bain. Non, moi je me promène. Ouais. Je l'ai vu hier. Mais je vous... Hein? Je parle avec quelqu'un d'abord. Je vais vous donner mes commentaires après. Une autre journée. Bonne journée! Yeah. Sorry, see, that's what you gotta do. When you don't have nothing nice to say, you don't say it at all. And you see, that was my friend Heather's handyman who redid her bathroom. And he asked me his opinion of what I thought about his work. Well, my father being a contractor all my life, and my brother being a professional, I can't even say that. I mean, I've talked to my siblings, but, they're mastered in their crafts. And one of my brothers is mastered in his carpentry. So, when I see work like that, versus work I know possible with my dad and my brother, and even my other brother, listen, there's some high standards people need to hit. This guy just can't cut it, So that's why when he asked me my opinion, I said I'd give it to him another time. I said I was talking to people. Because I have never seen somebody put floating floor on the walls before. Never. And think it's okay. How is that okay? I don't know. Please educate me if that's something that flies, but in my head, I've put down floating floor myself. Literally. With a handsaw. Okay, so when I look at what was done there, I'm like, yes, people, I have. I've put down floating floor by myself. Oh, yes, I did. With a handsaw and a hammer. Didn't even have the proper tools. But no, I did it. I did it half crippled, actually. Yes, I did. I can feel that wind of change blowing today. There's no good or bad in this world. That's only your comparison. Have a great day. It's good to see you. We've missed each other over the couple of days with me passing. I'm happy to see you. Yeah. So, there's no good or bad. No, there is no good or bad. Everything is relevant to your learning. Always. Yeah. Because where the good and bad comes into it is where the comparison of everything lies. And there should be no comparison of anything because you're having a unique experience that is unique to you alone. So, therefore, hey, Bobby Lynn, I just spotted you. I don't have my red glasses on, so I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. You know, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going on an adventure. A 3-day adventure. Woohoo! Can't wait. I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait. Yeah. Finalize those reservations today. That's why I'm walking. I'm going to get fire starter and I love you too. I love you, I love you, I love you. Fire starter and mosquito coils. Because I can't find my bag of them. I had a bag full of them, but you know. You know, I won't say much because I'm live, but I'll be back from the dollar store soon. But I will say that I love you. Ava, you want something at the dollar store? What do you want? I didn't hear you. You want that turtle again? Okay, I'll look. I'll check. Yeah, I love it. I love it how he's mocking me with his head going... Jabba, 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 jabba. See? Terry the Tire Guy. You know I'm live. You know I should advertise you right now, you know. Would you like that? All right, guys, look. This is Terry the Tire Guy. And you know, he's always working. That's Terry, so reach him, okay?
Absolutely.
If you need any tire stuff, he's fully equipped, fully loaded, and, you know, bring the business this way. I'll be back soon. No problem. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Yeah, so like I was telling y'all, no good or bad. It's all relevant to your learning, no matter what it is. So embrace it for what it is, because it is what it is and nothing but. But, you know, we like to complicate shit and we like to attach good and bad, and that's where the duality is, because we're comparing it to everything that there is no comparison to. What do I mean by that? Every unique situation and every person seeing it from their perspective, it's unique. It's theirs. So there is no comparison. So how could something be good or bad? It can't be. It really can't be. It's uniquely relevant to whatever the situation is. And if you stay calm and in your power and look at it to see it for what it is, without comparison to anything else, listen, you quickly pick out the lesson and keep it moving. That's all you gotta do. And you know, we get so stuck in the believing that things have been good or bad. And nothing is good or bad in this friggin' experience. It's all just an experience. It is what it is. You know, you can make it a better experience by choice and conscious creation of your state and of your results, materializing your goals, or, you know, what's the true manifestation is bringing from thought into visual reality. So, you know, you can do that by conscious choice alone. These fucking trucks, Jesus Christ. So bad. So bad. I would rather shovel shit on a farm all day long than to smell one of those fucking garbage trucks in the city. My God. Humans are just so disgusting. You know? And why do we have so much garbage? Well, because we're eating packaged poison. Shouldn't be eating anything that you can't grow. No. Straight up. And you know what? That's not me saying, oh, don't eat meat. Listen, if you grow your cattle and you grow your chickens, just like my mom did, grow the chickens, well, then you eat the chickens. But if you're not growing that and you're getting packaged, processed crap, oh boy, then you're eating packaged poison, no matter what it is. You know, this works. You know, I gotta mention. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's very cool. Very, very cool. You know, I gotta mention that, don't think that things aren't going to be changing. Because they already are, more than you know. And more than you can see. There has never been so many people that have embodied love and awakened to it. So what is being really awake? Well, being awake is being awake to the divine love that's fueling you. And tapping into that, consciously creating your state, and thinking from a higher vibrational state. When you're operating from a joyous and blissful state from your soul and the peace of it, well, there's so much clarity in that to see everything else. But if you're in conflict and chaos and confusion within your own being, well, it's not good or bad, but it's very relevant to your learning. See what I mean? Because there is no good or bad. Like a lot of people will say, oh, Tobi, what you've been through is just terrible. No, it wasn't. What the fuck? If I could master beating death, how was any of that bad? It wasn't. I'm intentionally on purpose getting younger by the day. Yes. Why? Because I awakened to the love that's fueling me. And what is that? Well, the same love that every one of us is connected to that's actually fueling and giving you your experience. Without that love and the power of it, you don't even have the capacity to breathe today. No, you don't. It's all dependent on the love that's fueling you to make your vehicle for this experience work. So when your soul taps out of this experience, well, guess what? Your car drops. Same way when you have an empty tank of gas. Where's your car going to? Nowhere. But you know what? You guys all need to realize that conflict and confusion and chaos, you got to look at it for what it is. Those are the lights on your dashboard going on. So if you're driving a car and your lights on your dashboard are going on and you don't understand what that symbol means, what are you going to do? You're going to look into the owner's manual and you're going to verify what light is on. You're going to see what the problem is to know if you can keep driving safe or not. Right? Isn't that what everybody does? Or do you just wait till you get to your destination when you've got your dashboard all lit up with lights that you don't normally see? Well, when you see things within yourself and within your life that are chaotic, filled with confusion, and there is conflict attached to it, well, those are the lights on your dashboard going on. So you really need to be aware of that. So when your lights are coming on, when you feel something, that's like your warnings. So when you're triggered by something, that's a warning to look within you and say, hey, why do I get triggered by this? Is it something that's stored in me? Is it something that's new? That's what I had to do, totally deconstruct my whole being. Because, man, I was programmed to pounce and pound. And I have never walked away from people more than I have now in my life instead of knocking their teeth out. Straight up. So, that's where the change comes. Listen, when you can identify the patterns that are wrong, you can accept them and correct them. But until you do, you can't. So everything is relevant to you and your learning because it's you. No two people on the planet have the same experience. We do not feel the same. We do not believe the same. Yes, we are programmed for our bodies to work the same. We're all fueled by the same. But do we operate the same? No, we don't. Every single being on the planet is having a unique experience. No two alike. So how is there even a norm? There isn't. There can't be. How can you classify a norm of people? That's a very global generalization when everybody is uniquely them and has a unique energy signature. And all has a higher self that's guiding your human being. Now, whether you tap into it or not, that's your business. But I can guarantee you this. If you master your energy, you will be able to flood your whole being with the highest potential of this universal love that fuels you. It heals everything. Everything. It transforms the body. I'm living proof of it. I've resurrected my own body from the dead, literally when I look at it with facts, and I've beat death several times since. So no matter what's come at me to wipe me out, with the high frequency, nothing can touch you. And I keep telling you all this. You only get sick when you're in a low vibe. You only get sick when you're denying yourself of the love that's fueling you. And only you are responsible for that, and you're the only one doing that to you. You can't be blaming any person, place, or thing if you're not feeling right. That's what you choose to do. And that is what it is. It's not good and it's not bad. But it's very relevant to your learning. Now, are you going to continue driving your vehicle without checking the hazard lights or the trigger warnings or your danger signs? Are you going to keep doing that? Because when you get to start playing on that kind of realm with your own being, I highly doubt any of you are going to be willing enough to jump back into a fucking body that's totally bleh and make it work again. You'll say, you know what, fuck that, I'm good where I am. Well, I decided to come back. So, everything and anything's possible. And you need to know that. The power that's fueling you holds everything. Everything. Take a look at what's around me. You see everything, the suspension in the sky. You see the trees. You see everything. What do you think that's from? Come on now. Well, did you know that everything you see outside of you is contained within you? And that's how you can even see it? Come on. It's time to awaken to the love that's fueling you. Because when you do, it contains everything and anything ever created. So it's not about just holding your vision of what you want. It's embodying everything that already is. Do you know how much easier it is to bring into fruition anything you want in your reality from that point? Instant manifestation. You know, I'll tell you a little story. Yesterday, something happened, a conversation happened, and it triggered something in me. Now, when I get triggered, I don't mean good or bad. I mean there's a warning sign that I must look at. And this is what I want you all to take from triggers, because it's not supposed to be, oh good and oh bad. And no, how you respond to that shit is also very relevant to your learning. So, like I was telling you, yesterday I had a conversation that triggered something in me that needed a little bit of a deeper dive into my soul bank for the wisdom to compass me through decision making after that. Now, when I do that, I trust the guidance given to me, no matter what person, place, thing, situation, circumstance, scenario. Nothing tells me more than when my soul is speaking to me. Now, I was guided to do something yesterday, so I did it. But we're also guided always to do it and obey instructions before it makes sense. So yesterday, I was battling with my boss at around 4:30 yesterday afternoon, literally, because that's how we do. Because the more I endure is the more I can take. So, I haven't been put through the ringer all my life for nothing. I am very aware of all that I contain in my being and what's fueling me. Well, I was guided yesterday to handle a certain situation a certain way. Now, earlier on in the morning, I had done a live telling you all that my boss had instructed me to make sure that I remain to be the person I am supposed to be on the planet and do not get swayed by not one person, place, or thing coming at me. Well, I'll tell you something. A lot of things came at me yesterday. So I was fully prepared and aware because that's how my boss does. He's like, yo, I got your back. Just remember, because this is how it's going to play out. All right, cool. So I did, and I obeyed instruction before any of it made sense because I couldn't understand. And I was asking, why are you making me live this right now? Like, are we not past this kind of shit? Like, really? And my boss was like, tests are never over. And I said, well, what's the test? Which I only found out later. Was whether or not I was going to really follow my intuition before it made sense. Now, I already know about all of this. But I did follow my intuition before it made sense. Well, right after I had a huge haggle with my boss yesterday, around 4:30 in the afternoon, I decided to sit with everything that I was being seen, I was being shown and spoken to about. Because, I get spoken to. It's like I feel like I'm being reprimanded, literally. But it's like me and my boss, I tell you, as raw and real as I am with you all, is as raw and real as the guidance given to me, and as raw and real as the way I talk back. And yes, I will be haggling with my boss going, what the fuck are you doing to me now? Yes, I do it all the time. And y'all think you need to be these fearing God individuals. No. This creator wants you to live out uniquely you and have whatever you're experiencing because it affects the whole collective. And with rewriting of humanity, everybody's relevant. And there is no good or bad. And everybody's been labeled as good or bad beings on the planet. And nobody is a good or bad being. They make bad choices. They believe the wrong things. And until they can accept these patterns and correct them, they run from them. But that doesn't mean that anybody's exempt from the love that's sourcing us for life. Not one of us. It doesn't matter who or what you are or what you believe yourself to be, whether you identify as a human or a fucking vegetable, whatever choice you make, that's uniquely you and you are loved. No matter what it is that you do. So yes, I speak to my boss like me and it. Yes, why? How can I live everything that I have and not be as real and raw with my boss as I am? Come on now. That would be delusional on your part. And for me to be as real and raw and truthful, come on. That would be a delusion on your part. And I would say to you straight up, didn't you waste life force and a thought to think even that about me? So, yesterday's, what I was trying to tell you guys is I had to follow my intuition before it made sense. Now, 5 o'clock rolled around and I said, you know what, I've got to break this pattern right now, immediately, because I have been in a pattern of dealing with stuff in my place and dealing with lawyers and dealing with, it has been a real learning experience for me. I'll word it correctly. And yes, it has tested me down to my core on a soul level to genuinely see if it would change who I am. And it hasn't. So that's the biggest win of all of it, to be honest with you. Because that's what actually grants me my passage to the next phase. Anyway, you guys will understand it when you get to that level. But yesterday, when I said to myself, okay, I need to change this pattern, because I go into this intensive learning and then I have these big powwows with my boss. Reverend God, come just as you are. 100. Yes, that's right. Revere God, come just as you are. That's right. I don't have my right glasses on, so I got to lift them, So, now, 5 o'clock rolls around and I'm saying to myself, okay, I need to break out of this pattern. Who can I call? But I didn't say, who can I call? So I take that back, because I didn't say that. I actually said, let me call Heather right away. So I knew who to call. I was going to call my friend Heather, which I did. And I said to her, okay, you're done work. What's the plan? What are your plans? Because I know she likes to be hot foot. She doesn't like to sit still. She likes to be doing something all the time, which I can't keep up with that all the time. So that's why I call her and say, yo, what's the plan? She was like, not much is the plan. And I told her straight out, look, I got to get out of the house. I have to get out of the house. She was like, okay, come by. I'll pick you up. I'm on my way back from work. So she scooped me up. We ended up at her place. But then shortly after, we ended up out on an adventure. Now, had I sat in my thinking yesterday, I never would have left the house. And everything else that transpired for me last night would have never happened. And major events transpired for me last night by actually leaving the house. And you may think it's crazy, but I followed my intuition, and I was tested so again, because when Heather brought up, hey, do you want to go such and such a place? Because I won't rat out our adventures. I said, I didn't give myself time to think about it. I immediately jumped into the get up and go stage. Yeah, let's go. Well, that yeah, let's go led to so many more adventures. Yes, the winds of change are blowing. Led to so many adventures. And even down to me being able to rid whatever was stored remaining with any kind of soul ties and soul agreements and contracts that I also needed to close up in yesterday. You may think, well, really? Yes. You know, when we leave little specks of anything to linger with things that we've cut our attachments with, whether we like it or not, the connection's still there. Okay? And you may not realize it. No. Okay, I'm going to have to use this example, eh? Okay, I didn't want to talk my business out here, but I'm being guided that I must use my example that I lived in order for you guys to really understand. All right. It's no secret to everybody that I had somebody living with me for 2.5 years who was a complete narcissist. And yes, I had a heart attack. Yes, I had to fight for my life. Yes, I had to fight to get out of it. None of that matters. It's all relevant to my learning. Straight up. Wasn't good, it wasn't bad. It was all relevant to my mastery. That's how I see it. Well, yes, it's going to be a year that I'm single. But yes, I still have fucking mail coming to the house for him. I've asked numerous times for him to change his address. Now, why do I not be a bitch and rip up the mail or return to sender? Well, it's because I'm fully aware of what that mail is. And I know its importance and its relevance. Now, being who I am and being to the vibration that I am, I cannot lower my vibe to stoop to anybody's level and get shameful, blameful, guiltful, denied. None of that. It's called, I sent him a picture when it arrived, and I asked him please to change his address, and that's where it ends. I have no animosity for this man at all. I wish him well. I hope that he finds somebody that can fill his heart and fill his path with his highest good, because clearly I couldn't. Okay? So that's fine too. You know, I fall in love with souls, not what people look like or what people appear to the world to be, you know? The energy's got to be there. And his energy, listen, had he decided to master himself and heal himself, he would be a master magician. No joke. I didn't devote 2.5 years of returning to abuse for it to turn out the way it did. Trust that. But it was all meant for my higher good. And this is why I tell you guys, there's no good or bad. It is all relevant to our learning and our mastery. Well, I have been walking around for weeks now with this letter a very important government letter in my purse. And why did I leave it in my purse was because so that if I ended up bumping into one of his friends, because Heather and I have several times went to the water and hung out with because they're all friends. That's how I met Heather, was through Earl's friend. So, did I say his name? Oh, well. So, I have several times gone with Heather and gone and sat down and chilled with friends of his. With no animosity, no talk about him. We've got better things to talk about, but they're okay people, and we're, why not? But I have had that piece of mail in my purse for weeks. And yesterday, in particularly, when I was having it out with my boss at 4:30 yesterday in the afternoon, and I was really having it out. Like when that clamp of the Most High grabs you up, there's nothing that can grab you up harder. Trust that. Anyway. Yesterday coming back from our adventures after I'd been out with Heather, well, the universe guided us exactly to where he was. Yes, my ex. Yes, so I could put the envelope on the truck, stay calm, let him know, hey, your mail is on the truck. Could you just please change your address? And get right back into the car and leave. People don't realize the magnitude of the connection just by me having that envelope in my bag for 2 weeks. This is why I encourage you guys. So yes, I saw my ex. Yes, with no emotion. Yes, with no argument. Yes, with no connection. Yes, with no nothing. With the intention and purpose to never have to see him again. Why wouldn't I want him to have his mail? I took care of that estate when his father died. So the mail that I had was government stuff in accordance with the estate that, was now handed off to the notary. Actually, a week before I left him. I made sure everything was done. I didn't leave him in a bind. No. Even after destroying everything in my vicinity. No. I love on a different level than that. So no matter what I've lost, I've gained so many lessons. And even yesterday, this is why I say things appeared to me and my wishes were granted, because I was heavily instructed yesterday of all times. Right now, it is not time to be playing with any person, place, or thing, or any connection, or anything that is connected to certain people. And I couldn't really understand what I was being slapped around about, because I was never told it was this fucking envelope that I had in my bag. But I was heavily instructed to cut all ties, bonds, soul contracts, soul agreements, everything yesterday in the middle of the day, which I never do. I always cut my bonds, my ties, my contracts, my everything at the end of the day before I close my eyes. I go through my day. I look and I see, okay, where did I fall from grace? Could I have been a better listener here? Could I have shown somebody a little bit more compassion? Or should I do that. I analyze my actions every day so that I'm not carrying anything forward. I bless everything that needs to be blessed, and I release everything with love and cut all ties. I do daily. But yesterday I was instructed to do it in the middle of the afternoon, and I couldn't understand why. And I did. Now, right after doing that, like I was saying, Heather had picked me up. And I jumped about, and I told you, ended up getting rid of this envelope that I've been walking around with. But no, I got rid of a soul tie that was lingering and still in my energy by somebody else's will and intention and not mine. This is what I want you guys to get. I don't want you guys to just see that, it's an envelope in my mailbox, and no. I want you to see the intentions of another individual who has been living somewhere since he left. How do I know? Because I personally arranged for him to go live there without him even knowing. Let the whole world know that too. Yes. Yes, I did that. That's the kind of person I am. Even after nearly trying to kill me, even after destroying my house, yes. I didn't like the idea of him living in a trailer, so I made a phone call to one of his friends, where he's been living ever since. Yeah. No. Anyway. My point to all of it is this. This man has had a rightful address since last year. It is going to be a year that we are separated. Now, I have said numerous times, please change your address. And he has for everything else. He's taken my name off of anything that we had that was both of our names. He did that right away. Yes, he smeared my fucking name. Yes, he can do all of that shit, but the proof is in the pudding. I am who I am. People can talk shit all they want. They've been talking shit about me my whole life. You don't think I was ready for his ass to talk shit to me? Of course. Just like I'm ready for anything else. I just gotta laugh it off. Because that's their opinion, not mine. My point to all of it is, though, now, by his free will and choice and intention, he has not done the necessary steps to free me from his life intentionally on purpose, because he still has mail coming there. Well, if you still have mail coming to my house, what is going to be the result of that? Obviously, knowing who I am, you know that Tobi's going to reach out and say, hey, you've got mail, and go out of my way to make sure you get your mail. And you understand? After a year, you don't think somebody can change their fucking address, especially when they have everything else going to their address? Come on. That's free will and intention of another. Literally. So you gotta watch why people do what they do. Now, when somebody would ask me, well, why would he do that? Well, isn't it clear to stay connected to me? In any facet, shape, way, or form? Because I see that very clearly. It doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure that one out. But what I'm telling you all is this. These little things that seem very minor, like a stick of mail, can totally fuck up your life should you allow it to. Oh, yes, it is. It's intentional on purpose. Yes, it is. Of course it is. I was the best thing that ever could have happened to him. I know that. There's nobody that could have ever loved him like I did, nor swoop in and haul him out of the hell that he was living and self-inducing. But that's okay, because I'm a healer. And yeah, it was rough for me, but boy, did it make me stronger. Woo, woo. That's all that did for me, is make me stronger. That's all. But what I'm saying is this. You gotta watch what people are doing in your life. I don't communicate with this guy at all. I have no wish to. Why would I? Why would I be chasing something that's no good for me? No, thank you. I love me. I don't need to be loving anything other than me and what I want to love in my life. I don't need to love by force. No, because the force of love is actually, it flows with ease. There is no tension. There's no friction. There's no confusion, chaos, conflict. None of that. It flows with ease. Perfect design. It runs your whole being. Literally. But what you give permissions to govern your being, you're free to make those choices, but you're not free from the choices that you make. Meaning that there's going to be an effect to every choice, because that is the cause. So, what more can I do other than ask him to change his address? Yes, I could rip up the mail. I could return it to sender, but what does that do for me? It leaves me with something heavy on my heart, because that is not the right thing to do. Doesn't matter what he has done. You see what I'm saying? It is who are you when nobody's looking. And it's all relevant to your learning to look. Because it doesn't matter. What matters is truly, genuinely who you are, authentically down to your core. What is fueling you? What are you allowing to govern your being? Is it other people, places, things, and their intentions and expectations of you? Or is it you and the governance of you and your soul governing you? You gotta look at that. Because I am so grateful that I am who I am and that I'm in sole governance of my being right now. Because if not, I would have really been thrown for a loop with all of this mail and the, because did I get a response from this guy about his mail? No. Not one. Not one. It's, had I let that mess with me and give me permissions to be upset, it would have. Oh, hold on, I can see. Every decision propels us on a different trajectory of our life path. Yeah, but what we do with... Yes, but... because there are so many parallel timelines. Every choice you make, but you think you're going in that direction, it's your choice. There's also a part of you that's living out the other choice. That may be a little too deep for everybody today, but you have multiple versions across multiple parallel timelines that is all happening at the same time. So which timeline and version do you want to be? Ooh, that's a different topic for another day. Maybe, Irina, we should do that for the next topic, and that we jump on together or something. But yes, there are multiple versions of you. And yes, you can timeline jump according to what version you want to live to be. Yes, you can. But that's a whole different topic for another day. Yes. But you gotta live intentionally on purpose and not allow anything to sway you from that. Intentionally on purpose. Allow the love to fuel you and be your governing force no matter what you have to live. So this is what I encourage you all to do. Look at things as not good or bad. Yes, love this topic. No, but you can't look at things good or bad. Because everything is relevant to your learning and uniquely for you. So don't listen to the opinions of anybody else telling you, oh, that's good. Or that's bad. Or you should do this. Or you should do that. Only you knew that. Only you know that. You got to follow your heart. And consistency in time reveals all. It's the biggest truth teller. So you're not supposed to be in your logical thinking brain. No, you're supposed to follow your gut, fueling every one of your heart's desires with the will of your own being. Powered up by and embodied completely with a full, strong, solid biofield as a being. I don't have those glasses. No, hold on. No distractions. Consciously command your minds. Our minds, yeah. That's why I say consciously create your state every day. Train your brain. And it took me years to do it, but now that I have, it's automatic. I don't have to go in there and reinstall. No, it's installed and it's running. But I encourage you guys all, don't look at anything good or bad. It's all relevant to your learning, number one. Number two, you don't lose anything in life if you're getting a lesson from it. Okay? So, when you're feeling like you've lost something, you've actually gained a lesson if you seek it. And lessons are going to come at you in every shape, way, or form because this is what life is. It is a combination and a series of lessons that you must live every day. But how you're governing yourself through it is up to you. Your free choice and will, you can make whatever choice you want within this game of life. But you are not free of the consequences of your choices. So remember that. But when you're attaching good or bad, you're amplifying the effects. Leave it to be, it is what it is. And seek the learning in all lesson. But more than ever, as these days in the energetic amplification of energy within one's being and on the planet, what I encourage you all to do, no good or bad to anything attached. No good or bad. You look at things uniquely for the situation and experience at hand. I'm just going to come out of the sun for a minute before I continue my walk. Because I'm not done my live. I got to tell you guys a little bit more about something that I'm going to prepare for. But guys, look at everything as uniquely as it is in the experience of what it is. There is no good or bad. And that's law of the universe. Okay? Of relativity. Everything is relative to your unique learning. Don't allow anybody to be governing that but you. Yes, you can jump into things. Yes, you can follow your heart's desires if that's what you're really doing. Are you following your logical brain that's full of belief systems, which is going to cause you conflict, chaos, and confusion? You want the real clarity. You got to feel love over worry. That's your flow of your heart. Okay? Literally. Flow. Feel love over worry. Okay? Where there's love, there's no worry. You don't have to worry about anything. Literally, when you're loving yourself right and you're loving your experience right. But you got to love you right. And follow your heart. But follow the intuitive guidance that's given to you. Because had I not followed the guidance yesterday, I'd still be walking around with that fucking envelope in my purse, you know. Literally. And it felt really, really good to be able to remove that from my being, because whether y'all believe it or not, just that piece of paper with his name being attached in my purse is a physical attachment to me, whether I am in his vicinity or not. And you guys need to know that. You got to watch things and the people that you are attaching yourself to, and their intentions, and what they project towards you. And what I encourage you to do is be the bigger person all the time, no matter what. And no matter if it costs you to do that in the world, you won't be costing your health and happiness. It won't cost you that, you see. There's always regrets that settle in when you haven't been the best person that you can be in a situation. And it plays in your mind, and it plays in your conscience. And it really brain fucks you with conflict, chaos, and confusion if you're not clear and standing firm in your flow. You really got to discern where you're putting your life force, what connections you're making in the world, because you may not realize how relevant they are, but they are all very relevant. And it's not attached to any good or bad, but they are all relevant to your learning. Big time. So, thank you. I'm saying thank you just because I stepped out of the sun. It was a little warm. And while I was talking to you, I just kind of asked that the sun be shaded a little. Shade over just while I'm walking to the mall. Just for a little bit. I've absorbed enough shade in it. I was blessed with it right away. So, it seems like instant wishes happening for me. And this is why I got to be careful what I wish for. Because I know I'm going to get it. So this is, it's a change of glow, and I love it. Well, I love me, and I love the experience, and everything attached in my learning is a wonderful experience, an expansion and growth and discovery and exploration. And talking about that, oh, I love you too. Talking about that, I need to, public service announcement, everybody. My reservations are made. I'll be gone for 3 days. Yes, I will be. Yes. Where am I going? I can't tell you that, because I'd have many peepers. But I'm going camping. Ooh, yes I am. 3-day adventure. Yeah. Who am I going with? Oh, a very special somebody that I'm always safe with. And what am I doing with my dog? She's coming with me. So even better. And is it just a maybe? No. Reservations are booked as of this morning. That's why I wasn't out live. I had some bigger fish to fry. Make sure those reservations were intact. Boop, boop. Yeah. Boop, boop. The universe boop, booping. So yeah, I'm off to go and get mosquito coils and some fire starter. Yeah. Unserviced campsite. No water, no electricity. Just my way to go. Right in the bush. Yeah, I love it. Love it. Going to a magnificent place. And where he told me to book it, beautiful place. Beautiful place. So I'm really excited. So yeah, I'll be spending the rest of my afternoon preparing for my little bon voyage for a couple of days. So yeah, don't expect me out social media what? I'll be camping, and that's all I'll be doing is camping and enjoying it, and whew, you know, just loving myself right. Yeah, it's about time. I haven't done anything this summer, so this is going to be really soul-filling. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and have I had many adventures with this person? Of course I have. Of course I have. Well, all kinds of them. So I know I'm in good hands. Oh, yeah. Guys, encourage y'all. Don't see anything for good or bad. See it for what it is. It is what it is. Let it be just uniquely for your learning, and everything's relevant to you. Anyway, I want to wish you all a magical day, as I got to step in and go get some supplies. I love you all. Have a great day. Peace.